What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Classic dropping a vlog. I hope everything is okay. If you are going through it because it's the holiday season and you lost somebody or just don't feel the same, even if you don't, God is with you. You are worthy. You are special. We are blessed. We got to realize how blessed we are on this earth. The word tells us about trials and tribulations and everything. So I pray that we are into the word and we understand that we don't just look at prosperity things. We look at things to where we have to be disciplined, we have to be smart, and we have to seek. So God loves you and Christ loves you. I love you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling channel, the YouTube channel, me and my wife's professional wrestling company. You guys should look at the shows that we have already had, some of the matches, some of the stars, the future stars, and the stars that are already here. It's okay to not like a wrestler. It's okay to not be a fan of a wrestler. It's okay to not be a fan of a wrestling company. Like, it is fine. It is totally fine. You know, people look at teams, basketball teams. Sometimes people like the Lakers. Sometimes people hate them. Sometimes people like teams that win a lot. Some people hate teams that win a lot and want other people to have a chance. Same thing with wrestling. You know, you may not like who they're trying to elevate. You may like somebody that's not elevated. That is totally fine. It is okay. Don't let nobody try to tell you that you should like a wrestler because they were ABCD, they used to wrestle here, they're cool with such and such, they're related to, they're a part of a family. That is okay. If you don't like somebody, that's fine. I think there's a line drawn when it comes to racist or threatening or wishing something like bad in their personal life. But it's okay if you do not like a wrestler. If you're not a fan, it is okay. You know, sometimes that changes. Sometimes people grow on people, and sometimes people just lose interest. It's just okay. It's fine. Look, I watch wrestling a lot. I'm a wrestler. I'm a promoter. I'm a booker. Some people don't like me. Some people don't like what I do. Some people don't like what I do in other companies. Some people don't like the things that are set up for me. And that's fine. You know, one day it may change, one day it may not. But at the end of the day, life goes on. I cannot keep worrying about what people think about me. And at the same time, if you feel a certain way, then that's fine. Stand by it. You know, things can change. I just think that nowadays people are like, well, you don't know wrestling if you don't like this person. And it's just like, I disagree. You have a lot of people that are very talented that don't get a chance. And then you got some people that don't know how to wrestle, they do get a chance. I'm not here to drop names or anything like that, but it happens. Like, it happens. It's not the worst thing in the world. A lot of people have potential and passion, but it's where you channel that energy is what makes you a wrestler or a worker or even a superstar. And some people don't get the opportunity. And some guys who do watch wrestling, who know these people on a personal level, who follow them and go to independent shows, they know what some of these guys went through. And sometimes people just want to root for the underdog or the person that's unpopular, and that's fine. Now, as a person who does criticism on professional wrestling, on a lot of companies and a lot of wrestlers, there are some things that do irk me, and I do speak on it. But what I say, you may or may not agree with, and trust me, I've had my long line of people who agreed and some people who disagree, and that's fine. It's cool. It's all love. But I can say that freely without trying to work for a company or something. I don't know what my future holds, but if I don't like something, I can speak about it. If I like something, I can speak about it. You can too. You're more than welcome to. I'm not trying to sit here and just improve. I'm trying to improve my brain more than anything. I'm not trying to improve to be in front of somebody or something like that. I'm trying to do my own thing. But like I said, who knows what the future holds? You know, a lot of things I talk about reviews, I talk about wrestlers, I talk about certain situations, and I say like what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And that's fine. And a lot of people have YouTube channels, StreamYard, a lot of people have their multicasting channels and they do the same thing. And that's fine. We don't have to agree with everything. We might not even agree at all, but to me it's all love. And I just think that when somebody says, okay, I just don't like him as a wrestler, they think you want the worst for them. I'm like, nah, maybe they're just not impressed with what they do. You have a whole bunch of people that do a whole bunch of other sports, and people are very critical on what they are. Everybody gave a red carpet treatment to Ronda Rousey when she was kicking butt in UFC, right? They called her the best female athlete of the decade. They was doing all of this stuff. And some people was just like, oh, no, we can't just we can't just skip all these other women who've been putting it down. But some people say, yeah, we can, because that's how they felt. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people want the worst for Ronda or anything like that. It's just how certain things happen, how people are placed through certain things, elevated and stuff like that. That's fine. Some people consider LeBron James the greatest player now, currently playing. Some people disagree. Some people say he's not. Some people don't like what he do. That's fine. My thing is, as long as it's not threatening, well, I hope this happened to your family, this happened to you and stuff like that. That's when it gets negative and stuff like that. And you do have people that just don't be haters. That's just part of life. But sometimes it's not just haters. Like, and I've read comments. People not a fan of somebody, and the people are like, oh, well, you don't get him, so of course you don't. Well, that's the problem. He doesn't get him. That's why he doesn't like him or like her. You know, sometimes wrestling, you have to be simple. Oh, this person is this person is that. You know, when wrestlers themselves try to tell a fan, you just don't get my character, that's where it's like, okay, that's crazy. Well, maybe you, as a wrestler, need to change your character. I'm just saying, like, it's okay. Sometimes it takes people a while to understand what your character is, because people don't like doing promos. And that's my thing. That be the kicker of me. Like, a lot of you guys and gals, y'all like some of these wrestlers and say these guys are the best wrestlers, and they have no promo game. And newsflash to a lot of people, no disrespect, and respectfully, promos are a part of wrestling. If everybody's wrestling the same, all it takes is one person to speak different to stand out from everybody else. So I don't know who training some of y'all or training people, but promos are very mandatory. That, you know, a lot of people don't get signed in WWE and stuff because they have no charisma and stuff like that. You can't just say, let my moves do the talking, because everybody's moving in the ring. You got to do something different. So then it's just like some of these guys who are independents, like a lot of these people who have been in the indies and stuff like that, they can wrestle their butt off. They can tell a story, but then as soon as they get the mic, I don't know what to say. It sounds generic and it sounds horrible. I don't like that, because it's a part of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Some people improve and some people don't. But going back into it, yeah, my thing is, my criticism usually comes in when somebody says, I like company A over company B because company A don't do this and company B do it. And then I'm sitting here looking at both companies do the same thing. And I'll be like, okay, well, what happened? Oh, well, no, this is different. No, it's not. It's the same thing. So, yeah, criticism is a part of wrestling. Some of it is harsh. Some of it is negative. Some of them is needed. Some of it, you need constructive criticism. There's a lot of things people said I needed to work on when I first started. And sometimes even now, they'll say, okay, do this and do that. I listen. And sometimes I agree with it and sometimes I do not. But sometimes you need that constructive criticism and stuff like that. Maybe somebody's saying they don't like a wrestler. Maybe that actually motivates a wrestler to become likable. Nowadays, it's just so different because the bad guys actually apologize on their social media and trying to sell merch because they want people to sell merch. If it's a smooth and natural thing, people will love the bad guy, especially in this climate, and buy your merchandise. You don't have to go on Twitter or YouTube or anything and say, hey, I play this on TV. Here, buy a shirt. You just compromise the business because you get what I'm saying? So I'm critical. I'm very critical on a lot of stuff. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, what has he done? And what has he done? And what's going on with him? And why haven't we seen him on TV? And that's fine too. But there's a lot of people who watch a lot of other sports shows, never picked up a basketball, never played MMA, never did none of this stuff. And they have a valid point on certain things. I do this stuff. This is me. I do this stuff. Not saying I'm perfect. Don't have a perfect mind in it. I think I have a great intelligent mind in professional wrestling. And emphasis heavy on the professional wrestling, but that's just what it is to me. But at the same time, somebody will probably listen to this and roll their eyes, and that is okay. Maybe I can change their mind, maybe I cannot. But they have their opinion and they're entitled to it, regardless if I feel like I'm right and they're wrong or vice versa. It happens. But yeah, don't bully somebody to liking who you like, because that don't even make sense to me. You know, it's just me. I just wanted to say that. But going to enjoy my weekend with the fam. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, or what are you doing? If you're working, if you're not working, hope you guys have a wonderful time. If you disagree or agree, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.